Well, I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart for being here and for being a part of what makes the spirit alive, music alive, for this time in this space, hopefully that will transcend for everybody. I want you all to share in this day and time when there are so many basic needs for food, clothing, and shelter, when grants for the arts are down, why? Why should someone support this? Why should we understand the value that we have and the mission that we have here in Amarillo, Texas with this organ?
Well, the truth of the matter is, and I said this at tonight's concert, is that you have one of the most fantastic instruments in the United States, and I would say even beyond the United States. The Skinner Organ Company is one of the best, and of course it's no longer in business, and so when you find an organ like this that you really made possible to bring to Amarillo, Texas, this organ had no voice until you found it. It was in mothballs, basically, and you got this organ and you found it and you matched it to this building and gave it a voice to sing again. It is one of the, G. Donald Harrison was one of the great tonal artists of Skinner and voiced this organ, and it is phenomenal. And as I said tonight to the audience, it is comparable to the larger instruments at Washington Cathedral, the Mormon Tabernacle, Grace Cathedral, all of which are one of the greatest, some of the greatest Skinner organs ever built. But this organ is right up there with them, and you have it right here in Amarillo. And it's congratulations to all of you, first of all, to make this project, and especially you, Margaret, for having the vision to make this possible. It's just, I don't say this lightly, and I really don't go on, but I just have to say that. It's just, it has moved our hearts. And in the moment Beth and I touched the keyboard in this room, we knew it was a special instrument. And it's just, and for that reason, I would say it speaks to our hearts and our souls to have played it. And I said this to the audience again tonight. I was here at 5 o'clock yesterday morning playing this organ because I wanted to be in the room at a time. I wanted to feel this organ when the sun came up in this room, and it was unbelievable. I mean, I just couldn't get enough of this instrument, and we are so in love with this organ in this room, and thank you so much for that. But if it speaks to us like that, and we as artists can share our music for this wonderful audience, this wonderful, warm, receptive audience tonight, this is the thing that transcends so much. I mean, all of us know we're in very difficult financial times. We are in wars. There are so many things going on. I mean, there's so much controversy. You know, the country is split, and it just seems like there's so much turmoil. There are times when we can just enjoy music and the arts really speak to our souls, and it's a haven for all of us to be able to go to and really restore our souls and re-energize. And I would dare say, speak to God through our music and through this organ. I just feel like that's one of the great gifts as musicians and organists, to be able to, I just feel like I'm speaking to God so many times that Beth and I can share our instruments.
Touch the spirit.
And so that's for me is why I think the arts are important. And we have to nurture that, and all of us are doing these down financial times. And honey,
I think it's this instrument is a major historical instrument in the United States. So many of them have not been cared for. Finances have not allowed it. So this instrument in this acoustical space is an American treasure. Everyone should be very proud. An American organ builder, a wonderful American city. It's a gem of an instrument. City to draw so many people here this evening. It really does touch people. So the spirit of life rejuvenation can continue with the arts that you can't always get in another venue. And this space is so wonderful.
I love your entire program. I love the new works. Vinnie Creator blew me away, but then patriotic work and so many of the audience.
For veterans.
Oh, they loved
We
it.
need to thank these people.
People kept thanking me for asking for it. And then Phantom of the Opera, who doesn't love that? Shenandoah Valley and Londonderry area. It was a breathtaking program with a huge width of both new music and old. There is a spirit, and you all found it and enhanced it and sent it forth, and they got it. And I thank you for that.
It's like the spiritual. I hear music in the air. It's this air.
It is.
This organ, this space.
It's the space,
For so
it's
many
the
people.
organ, and it's the artist. It's all of it. It's the genius of who designed it and who built it. And it is, I know it's a national treasure.
Absolutely.
It rates internationally, and for it to be founded in Amarillo, Texas, is kind of mind-blowing.
Absolutely.
But more than that, in this day and time, why should we support the arts? Why now, with so many concerns and so much need, should we pay for grants for this kind of a series to go forth?
Right.
You can't put a financial dollar on spirit, the arts, and especially music. It's almost more intangible than a visual art. The musical arts really do touch the spirit, especially maybe something, a tune we know, either Gregorian chant that's for our liturgy, or a tune like Shenandoah, which means something for me. But hopefully these tunes will elevate people
And
in another
something
way.
you played
It can't
touched everyone, and it was different, but you ran the gamut.
Good.
We've got to take them to another space in these times. And I do hope that there are grants that will continue what means to the heart and the soul of Americans.
Well, this is an amazing.
You can't touch that.
This is an amazing concert series which you've established here, and to pair it with this room and this organ is something that this community obviously supports. But I would say support it even more. Go out and tell people, if you enjoy this concert, go out and tell a lot of people about it and bring them in and support this church and this concert series.
Or
and this
maybe even come to this
organ.
church. They
Absolutely.
may need a church.
So it is just, but you said it, Margaret. I mean, because there's so much difficulty in the world globally, it's not just in the United States, it's global, and it's just so much angst, and people are fighting, and they're being mean to each other and not nice, and you come here tonight and you can just, it soothes your soul, it feeds it, and it's the thing that music does. It's that unspeakable quality. It's when we teach singing, and you do this as well, but when you get a tune like Shenandoah or Londonderry Air, Danny Boy, and it means so much, those tunes, whoever composed them, those tunes have lived from generation to generation, and they speak from generation to generation, and people still love them and are beloved. And it's got that essence, it's got that unspeakable quality. You can't tell exactly why that melody speaks.
Right.
But it does. And then you put it here on this instrument and in the duet form, which we had. And we are very careful to choose the commissions and the people who write for us because we want them to speak. And it has to have
To many people.
It has to have a voice to them. And we play from our hearts. We try so much.
And I love Callahan's works, but Nicholas White, do you realize that he came to the United States as one of Gordon's assistants at the Methodist Church in Lubbock?
No.
And we all knew Nicholas White.
Before he was at
before he went to
Washington.
That's right.
He's a gentleman.
And he
Wonderful
wrote some beautiful choral music
Yes.
for Evensong that he premiered in Lubbock that I do now. And
He wrote beautiful music for children.
oh, he did.
Yes.
It's phenomenal.
Well, he's a
Yes.
jazz pianist, which you probably know as well, which you heard some of the jazz idioms in his arrangement.
Yeah.
Shenandoah. It's our pleasure to be here, and we are so honored to have played on this concert series, and we look forward to coming back and hopefully recording on this instrument if we can work out everything with you. But we can. But I just want to say, you deserve so much credit for giving this
An American treasure.
this organ a voice, a
Thank
second
you.
voice,
Thank you.
and to bring it here in this room to match the room and the organ in this community.
Right space, right time.
Folks, you just have to support this gal here. She's a treasure, Amarillo, and this church and this organ. So thank you so much, and we look forward to coming back.